to today's episode of Spice and Nice.
I am Anna Spice.
And I'm Denise the Nice. It has been a hot minute since we really met, and today we're going to talk about another hot topic. A little bit sad, but today we are going to talk not about the typhoon itself, but rather about the lessons that we have learned, or rather Anne has learned. Because to be frank, when the typhoon was happening, I was away in overseas, so I really did not know
Yeah.
until I saw social media and all that. So
Yeah.
how does it feel?
It was. I think it's a big for the north of Vietnam. North is on top, right? Yeah.
The Saigon area.
No, Saigon.
Saigon?
Wait.
No.
Saigon is north or south. Top on top is south.
I think the place it affected was Saigon.
No, it's in Hanoi side.
Disaster. Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on.
So in more to the area where we don't have much typhoon in the past. It means the most hit by typhoon is my hometown, which is central Vietnam. Right? Yeah, it's north Vietnam, I think. Yeah. Because we will talk about north and then south is bottom, right? So it's North Vietnam. And they're getting hit very hard from the typhoon, even affect like a lot of people losing life from the flood. A lot of people pass away, lost family. The mountain flood was bad. Yeah, so it's the calculation is 60 years ago have as big as flash at this in the north. Normally it's just my hometown where I get hit almost every year. And normally every year we get hit around 3 to 7 typhoon each year.
But it's not as big as this one, right?
No, even bigger. But I think the big is why the news is so big because like I say, it's the first time after 60 years in the north have the strong flash and the strong typhoon until a lot of people not preparing. And this is something that the difference between the location where like my hometown, we deal with it every year. So you will have more experience, more knowledge, more skill, more understanding and more preparation. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah.
So
it's a category 5.
yeah, so
Look at it now.
so for people when they hear like when I'm saying it's so normal for me because we're really growing up with that, right, in my hometown, and people start book more comparison of so people in the middle like us, like they deal with this better, and sometimes you don't live in the typhoon area like me, you don't find it's normal. But when one time hit and happen, then you start realize, oh my god, can you imagine for the people at this location, they take it every year. How do they survive? How do they live, right? The lesson that I saw the most is the collaboration of my people in my country right now. When we all book heart and soul and even finance that we try to help the people who get damaged from the north. I'll tell you one example, like all the farmer will get destroyed completely by the mud after the flash, right? Especially they are growing like flower for New Year's. Few more months, they need to sell all the that holiday. The whole thing is gone. Seafood farmer.
All the seafood run back to the sea.
Or even the mountain where people live there in very small amount. You know, some place the flash cover the whole
mountainside.
It cover the whole place.
There was one
that a lot of people die under it.
Yeah, they say that it destroyed an entire village.
It is. So it's painful to watch and painful to go through all this, and aware is natural disaster is something that no one wish for, but it's happened. And I think that the beautiful thing I saw right now, like I say, that I saw a lot of people in my country still love and take care of each other.
Yeah.
Like even for us, we give with donation to the government fund so they can protect take care of all these people as well as the whole, right? I think the highlight part that I also see it is how does us prepare in the future that you don't have to live in the place with typhoon to learn the lesson, right? Because a lot of resources being sent there, a lot of food being sent there, but not everybody can reach the food, or is that the flash so strong that you couldn't reach inside? And all that need people with skill, experience, deal with typhoon before, and that's something that they try to figure out and tap on the resources or human support that they can do it possible. So yeah, if you ask me about all the childhood, it come back. I think that's something that I go through for
How
the
long were
last year.
you staying in a typhoon area?
Oh,
Until
from
18,
from
is it?
born from born until 15 years old.
So
Yeah,
at least 15 years.
yeah, 15 years of first my life is from September to December is water
So it
flood.
becomes normal for
It's
you
normal for me.
that every year you will prepare that all your things will be destroyed,
Yes.
and then next year you start. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm very curious. I don't know whether you are the right person to ask, because sometimes I think about it this way, right? Why would you choose to stay at the place where you know every year something will come and destroy your homes?
Very good question, because a
Yeah.
lot of people ask me the same thing.
Mm.
But you see, you think you have a choice, but you don't. Where can you go, right? So just say my family should move the whole family to the other side of the country.
Still Vietnam, but another side there's
Yeah, but you need money to move,
mm.
right?
Like your
And
jobs and all that is
yeah,
where
correct. So how do you fight? For example, just look at my dad, right? Because we in already in the poorer area of Vietnam, we get disaster from nature. At the same time, when the poor is get so poor, you barely can have money to take a bus to the just next door province, like 2-3 hours be far away from you. We're talking here like 20-30 years ago, where the only way for you to escape out from your village is bicycle or motorbike, like 1 hour drive for a motorbike from my hometown to city like Da Nang. But even Da Nang is have flash as well, right? So for us to go all the way to Ho Chi Minh, just assume now it's like you pay for the uh what is that called, business class flying to just Thailand. You get what I mean? It's like a luxury to leave the place you live.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people stuck in the mountain and it's very hard for them to go down, because how do you go? You walk? You know what I mean? So a lot of people would think it's easy to say you should move, but it's not easy to move. Especially if you have family, you have a bunch of people who are related to you.
Older and
Relative.
younger.
Yeah. That's the first reason. Second reason is we only can move when we reach certain age, right? Like you rather fly go away for university, find a job. But even that, when you move to a different place, the culture is different. Yes, we're still in the same country, but doesn't mean the culture is the same. You know, the culture is not the same. The food is not the same. Like you can see, the food we eat in Ho Chi Minh is very different with Da Nang, right? The flavor is different. And then you're not used to the food. You're not used to the culture. The opportunity also harder, because when you move to city, everybody move to city. The competitive is higher, right? And you have to make a choice that you want to stay there or you want to go back. And if you stay there, you have to deal with a different set of stress in the city, right? Which is same in any country, right? 80% of Vietnamese people live in the city. So the rest of the place like us is already not many people living. Yeah. Because this is how the weather in the location with typhoon look like. So I will book it simple for you guys. So from October to December, we always in flash, storm after storm. So we only eat rice with simple anchovy sauce or instant noodle, or with storage dry stuff, for example, like sweet potato, corn, something that can boil and easy to eat. And we're always ready to go. It's mean like if the we depend on which area the typhoon will go direct. So we go slightly up, then we all try to move to neighbor downward a little bit, right? Like you just try to move, followed by the years of the flow of the wind and all that. So you just get better of it. And then you start build furniture. For example, you realize furniture in my country, especially in my era, where the wooden table, the chair table is so heavy that even rain and flush cannot move it. And then in our house, all the furniture, especially the wooden, we choose a type of wood like same like the wood that people make in the boat in the sea.
Yeah.
So
So
it can
those that
last
will
in
never,
the
yeah, in
it
the
lasts in
water.
the rain and the
Mm.
water. And even the way we build house also very simple, very basic, that it can take the strong flush.
Mm.
Right. So that's why the quality of thing in my hometown, how they build it, is very different with city. City you can buy IKEA product and it's fine. You know, in my hometown you can't buy IKEA product. You can't. In,
Every year you have to change new product.
yeah. You cannot even change because the flood is so strong. You cannot even find the.
Yeah, so basically you change because everything is swept away. You have to buy
It's
new
yeah,
one.
correct. Like you have to build from scratch, and people only talk about the typhoon and the flush at that moment. Like right now, you
Mm.
guys would think this is scary, this is sad. Wait until all the water gone, and you will see the next phase. As the people like us, we need to live there. So I will tell you what the next phase. So when the water gone, the mud, the soil, everything been destroyed by salt water,
Mm.
right? Because it's the beach, the water sea coming to the land where the land is able to be different kind of
Fertile
stuff.
and land.
Yeah, then you have to book a lot of chemical to make the soil have nutrition again. Then you need to
Mm.
wait for it to get nutrition
Yeah.
again. So we almost have a few months of cannot grow any vegetable, cannot grow
It's too
any.
salty.
It's too salty, so you need to wait. And then a lot of animal would die in the typhoon because we're a farmer. So we have like pig, chicken, cow. So when the animal body die, you know what will happen? Same like human body, right?
Mm.
For few days, deep in the water, and when the
It
water
will rot.
gone, yeah, it will rot, and then you start have to burn them, or you have to burden them. But if burden is too much, you cannot even do it. So you have to burn them, and then the air will have a damage from that as
And the
well.
smell of the
Correct.
rotting.
And then you have to wait again, and then same to the tree, because after the typhoon, all the tree will be flushed.
Mm.
It need take time to get up and strong. And every year is repeated the same
Yeah.
routine, right? So we lost 6 months of a year to just deal with typhoon and recover from it. So in my hometown, the farmer job is harder than the north and south, because north and south at least you can do 4 seasons with 4 different type of flower, food, animal, fish, prawn. But in my hometown, we only can do start from like March until July, and that's it. The rest is deal with typhoon and whatever is after typhoon.
Okay. I,
Yeah,
I'm just thinking like it's a vicious cycle, right? Like you are too poor to move up, but because of this 6 months of time lost every year, you remain poor,
correct.
right? Because you basically waste 6 months of your life
Mm.
every
You are
year.
right. You are right.
Yeah, just
So,
dealing with things that's not going to bring you money or
so,
let you get up.
I think I'm sure we have a solution for every problem, right? Because certain
Yeah.
country also have flushed it and they choose certain system and it work for them. That's something maybe they will improve in the future.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
We know what's the problem. We just don't have power to change it, right? So,
No, we do not.
and I think the most harder part for me when I leave my hometown, and that's why you see I book so much heart and soul to build it, right?
Mm.
Because it's something that I growing up with, that no matter what I will still remember the life, the tough life that I growing up, as the weather already trained us as tough as us today. But at the
Mm.
same time that you realize so much empathy you have toward them because you face the same thing in the past
Yes,
with
you
them,
understand.
right? You know how difficult was that, and you stop blame them for whatever they face, or even family. Like for example, I talk about that when my team asked me, well, how was that feel for you when grow up with typhoon? And I just normally share, because for me it's really normal. I say, when I was primary school, my cousin is learn the same class as me.
Mm.
In the middle of class, his family member comes straight to the class, say, oh, you need to go home, your dad and your brother passed away. And because he is my cousin, so I follow him straight away, because I know him my good friend and
Mm-mm-mm.
he close friend as me. And then we cycle into his house, and in the middle of flash and
Mm.
rain and all that.
Mm.
And his dad actually go to pick the grandma, but the flash suddenly goes so strong that it take the grandma, the dad, and his brother who follow the dad. Three of them lost the
Mm.
body in the flash.
Mm.
And then next year, I hear my neighbor go to the mountainside to try to bring the father and the mom go down. Like I tell you, each year will be a different location where the flash go. So they based on the news to go to pick their family member, rather
Mm-mm-mm.
motorbike or bicycle. or the mini boat. I don't know what's
Mm-mm.
it called,
Mm.
canoe. And my neighbor have another funeral because the dad go and also same stuck in the rain because the road, the water is really strong. If you guys search about typhoon and flush, right? And then I'm like, okay. And then the next year, I will hear that my teacher, who are physical teacher, exercise teacher, he go out with his girlfriend. And after the typhoon over for a week, we go to the school and they say that he passed away in last week because when typhoon happened, normally we at home.
Yes, of course.
So you don't hear the news until you go back to school.
Mm.
And then you heard that news that he passed away. And when he passed away, his two hand is gone. I think it's because he tried to hold on to survive in flash.
Oh, then he was torn away.
Yeah, he's torn away. So they found his body without the hand.
Mm.
So every year you
A
hear
new
certain
story.
story about people pass away near you because of typhoon.
Mm.
You said yes, you are, but you just know this year someone will be passed away because of typhoon.
It becomes a part of your life.
It's part of our life. That's why we have toward each other a lot of empathy. We're also teaching and passing down each other the value of buy things that last. You see, I have that up to now. I buy things that I'm thinking of it have to last long.
Mm.
I don't buy things that I think 2-3 days and it's gone, for example. And we also have a mindset of saving for the rainy day with our hometown is really, really true.
It's really rainy day.
Because so I will book it this way. I still remember it's 1998. It's a bigger flush that I remember in my childhood. So big, so big, so long that I still remember up to now. That we at home for 15 days, and you can imagine that's my dining table. Yeah,
Mm.
we sleep on top of that. We eat on top of that.
Oh,
And
because it will float on top of the water.
yeah, because it's been so long
Mm-mm.
that the water was there for so long that we were like on top of the dining table, the whole
It
family.
become like a boat lah, basically.
Yeah, the water not go up more than that, but
Mm-mm.
it stuck there for so long that. So what did we eat? Right, we just have instant noodle. We
Mm-mm.
crack it mean and then we eat it
Like dry lah.
dry. Yeah, then we have to try to have water so that we keep water like the what is that called, like the
In a tank.
in the tank at the side that we
Mm.
make sure every day we have water to survive and food. If you lucky enough, like my house, we still have my dad was preparing the blood, right? But he used what is it called, the petrol to
Mm.
for you to just enough. What is that called? Like when your house got cut electric
Blackout.
blackout.
Uh-huh.
They have a machine in Vietnam.
Generator.
They call generator. Okay, basically that's
It will
machine.
provide electricity as
Correct.
a backup.
Correct. But you need to pump.
You will need to fuel it somehow.
Feel it
lah.
somehow.
Mm.
Yeah. So we've been preparing that, and my dad only opened that at the short time when he cooked the rice. After that, we off.
Ah.
Because if you
okay.
use so much, we're
Then
not
you
enough.
don't know how long it
Yeah.
can last.
So we only enough to cook the rice, and then we start eat the rice with the fish sauce
At least
or
you have rice.
anchovy.
Okay.
That's it, right? And if you don't have hot rice, then we just go back with the
Instant noodle.
instant
The
noodle.
dry instant
Yeah,
noodle.
the dry instant noodle, and we just go with it. So
Mm.
that's how we survive. And it's also some of that make me a childhood I find is fun because that's the only time I don't have to go school.
Because as a kid, you don't really understand. I mean, you hear all these stories, but you don't really. There's no fear of death. Or
Yeah, we don't. We even make things fun for us
you
to
play
survive.
games and all
We
that.
make for paper, we become a float water, thing because we kid,
A
right?
paper boat and all
Yeah,
that.
and then we help family to clean up the house and make sure that all the mud come out also. And then we also learn how to, for example, because the rain is so heavy that we have to hang clothes, right? So my dad will make the house inside the house become a place to hang clothes some more. And back then you don't even have washing machine because
You hand wash.
the flash, yeah. So it's like the clothes you wash every day, but it's never
It's
dry.
wet. It's wet all the
It's
day.
never dry because you don't have time to, don't have chance to dry.
You might as well just wear it lah. Then when
Yeah.
the rain comes, you just wear that.
Correct. The harder part for us, I think, that it's cold and the clothes
to
is
stay
wet.
dry and warm.
Yeah, that's the thing harder than even the
Was it
food.
cold at night?
It is cold. So my house, I remember that period. I will wake up. So can you imagine this is just assume this is I'm not even have a bed lah. This is the kitchen. I sleep next to the kitchen.
Mm.
You get it? So in front of my house have a tree, very big tall tree. And in the middle of the night, the thunder hit the tree,
Oh,
and the tree fall, and it fall direct to my kitchen house. But I'm sleep here, and the tree just fall like this
okay, so it's beside the bed.
beside the bed. Like I can imagine if God want me to gone, it's just slightly here, straight to my head. I think I'm gone already. Yeah. So I wake up with my house roof
Gone, half.
not gone like become a V shape, but it's like direct
like
to my bed. Yeah, because the tree is
it's
fall,
very big.
it's big, the whole thing.
Mm.
And it's funny because when it fall, it almost hit me, and at the same time, my dad bed is here.
Mm.
So it's like it's slightly like this. It's so funny. It's like none of our family member died,
But the house is.
but the house is like collapsed.
Oh,
the
no.
roof is collapsed.
So the moment it crashed, you all woke up, right? Because it's so noisy.
Oh yeah, of course. But I'm just saying the luck that we don't get.
It's not luck. You're supposed to stay alive for a bit.
The luck is like no, babe. It's a lot of tree fall in Vietnam
Yeah,
at
so,
this
so the
typhoon. A lot of
universe
people pass
decided
away.
that you should leave for a while.
Yeah, they pass away just because they walk past the road to try to go home to escape from the typhoon, and the tree just fall and they
It's sometimes it's
straight away.
It's fate or luck. Or you don't want to believe it. Some people they hide so well, but they still die.
Yeah,
Some people they never hide, they not die.
yeah.
Yeah, and I saw some reports also where
I don't know if you're ready to see it. I'm going to show you.
Okay,
But this is
let
why.
me show something heart. Let me share something heartwarming first.
Yeah,
I don't know whether you guys saw it, but in Vietnam there's a lot of motorbikes because that is the main mode of transport, right? So what's going
Yeah.
to happen is when the wind is so strong, the bike cannot drive properly, right? Because
Yeah.
it's just side to side. So what they did
So,
was
are you ready for this? So this is on the typhoon day. See again, yeah.
it just yeah, then that's gone.
Do you see this guy? How lucky he is.
Yeah, he's.
You see
And
even the
everybody
guy.
else, yeah, this one also.
Can you imagine in that 100+ people gone?
Yeah,
You just
I
shot.
I'm not.
So why I'm showing that because why I can talk it normal because for us it's like yearly.
She has some news of somebody close to her die.
Yeah, because
Yeah. So
we
what she
live.
showed me, I should share with the audience.
Yeah.
What she showed me is basically, in the car you have the dash cam, right? So this is a footage from a dash cam crossing an overhead bridge, and then in front of a motorbike. Suddenly, you see the bridge. There's a truck, there's a motorbike, and then the dash cam. So then halfway through, suddenly you see the truck do this. Because suddenly the bridge collapsed,
Yeah.
and the truck is just go straight down, and it ended with the motorbike. The
Yeah.
motorbike was saved together with the car.
Yeah.
I think they must be thinking.
I think they
about-
show this in CNA as well. You guys can
Possibly.
check it.
They
Yeah,
also
they
show-
did.
They also show the one where I was saying the motorbike cannot really drive because of the strong wind, right? So all the truck or all
the car
people with
protect us.
car,
Yeah.
they will drive very slowly, so the motorbike has.
Can go home. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a slow drive, and that made me realize, it's what you said earlier about the empathy and the help each other, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like nobody asked them to do it.
No.
They just see. I think because they own self, like you say.
We're growing up with this and we know how tough was that when
Yes,
the neighbor
correct.
had-
You know how tough. it
Because
is.
okay, get back to the story of my cousin who have parents, the father and the brother
At the
passed
same
away.
time.
The mom become a single mom up to now, still take care of him.
Yeah.
But can you imagine that impact make him suddenly from a young boy become a man in the family? At the same time, because his dad passed away, the finance were tough, so he will get sponsored by one foreigner guy who sponsor for him learn until university. So he will have that fun. But you see, no matter how much money people help after that, he lost the dad and he lost the brother at the same day. Right? So how tragic was that too?
Yeah.
And for me, I'm growing up with that. Like even now, I still remember that story. You know how much it impact you as a kid when you grow up when every year's like that. Then another
Just whose turn it
it
is.
is, yeah, it's who turn it is. I have my another relative at my dad's side. So she will like she every day sell banana. She'll cut her banana in her farm and walk to the.
To sell.
And because she live in the mountain and she refused to live with any of her children. You know, old people have kids, this stubborn
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. They want to stay in their familiar.
And because they don't have
environment.
phone, they don't have any information to know the storm coming, because it's really some place in Vietnam still no internet, no phone.
Yeah, I experienced that.
And when she walked down to the market again like a
Uh.
normal day, but at the same day that the storm is so strong, her house got no TV, nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
I
kind
know
of
what you
house.
mean.
That kind of
I went
auntie.
before.
Yeah. And that's it. She gone in the flash. We couldn't find
That means
her
when she
anymore.
came down, she didn't know there was a storm, so she just
Correct.
thinks it's a normal day. She just go down. Then
Yeah.
suddenly the storm come
Yeah.
and then
And we couldn't find her for like many months. We thought, we don't even think that she lost in the storm. Only after that few months then we realized, we think that's what she missing, because we could not reach her. Right, we go to her house, nothing inside, empty the house. We thought she go to her friend house or whatsoever. Like you have a lot of story that people can disappear and gone
to
from
protect
the
yourself.
flash, which is you don't even can find them anymore.
No, because the flood come and then
You gone, yeah.
you maybe go to the sea or somewhere, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then sometimes when you were saying that when the flood goes, that's when it's sad, right? Because
Mm.
I'm just thinking some people they may die and their bodies may be down there.
Yes, it
Then
is.
when the
You
flood,
can't even find the body.
then when the water goes, sometimes you'll find somebody's body
Yeah.
on the floor. You
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe your neighbor or whoever.
Yeah.
Probably
Correct.
somebody you know, because each village is quite small.
Yeah.
And everybody knows who everybody else is.
Yeah.
So whoever body you find is somebody you know for
Yeah.
sure.
Maybe somebody you know, yes. And also
Like
come from
you.
the other side,
Of the
flash
mountain,
to your side. So yeah.
Correct. That's so sad. I don't know. I just feel like recently there's been a lot of reports, sinkholes
Mm.
and all that, right? And it's just huge amounts of people just suddenly dying.
Mm.
Right? The road just and then everybody just pong and then die. And then the flood come, everybody just die. So I don't know. We will see. Maybe it's a cleansing time.
Well, the weather will the nature will do it by itself. Like for me, it's normal. I know that this all is result now. Of course, I have knowledge. I understand.
Yeah.
It's all result from us as human. How we destroy nature, how we chop tree.
Mm.
We don't take care of the soil. We don't take care of the flow of the water of the river. We don't take care of the climate
We don't
change.
take care of our home.
Yeah,
Because the earth is our home actually.
it's a reflection of a result. So that's why I never look at nature in a way of angry or upset or blame them, because
Yeah.
I'm aware that
It's just
it takes
sad.
a lot of people awareness to stop do thing to destroy nature.
Mm.
Yeah, because the end the person who lost life is us anyway. If we
Yeah.
don't
We are so small compared to nature. And it's so I feel sad of course, but at the same time I sometimes I think to myself, oh, Singapore is supposed to be very safe because we are typhoon free, we are earthquake free
yeah,
and all
that's
that.
true, that's true.
But then
Here you don't have the thing experience at my hometown.
yes, but then even in the Typhoon Yagi, you were saying that it passed by an area where it usually doesn't pass by,
Is
which means that there may come a day when Singapore is no longer typhoon free or earthquake free, right? Because with the climate change and all that, the earth changes,
yeah.
and it may. And maybe I'm a bit selfish. I just sincerely hope that I'm not around when it starts happening. That I should be gone by then.
I should bring my daughter go to my hometown typhoon one so she can experience.
I think she will cry. She will cry.
Maybe she fight is fun. Yeah, I
No,
don't know.
she
Because
will-
when I young, I will
No,
fight
when
is enjoy.
she will cry when she realizes so many people die.
Okay.
That's what happens. I realize I don't know whether it's the same for her. When I was a kid, right? I don't know why, but even if I see this kind of news, I feel as if I'm inside.
Mm.
I don't understand why.
I think the worst is when you really inside, you realize how tough was it.
Yeah, but
Especially
it
you go
becomes like
through
life for you.
a life for me. Yes,
Yeah.
because I'm growing up with it. It's like for you to wake up. You know that you wear raincoat. It's supposed to be don't give you more water inside. But the thing of raincoat is like the rain is so strong that it goes suck back to your clothes inside here. That even you wear raincoat is no help. Even you wear the boots,
Because the wind
the
is
water
so
is so
big,
high
and the
that
wind
even
is-
you wear the boots, the water all go inside the boots.
Yeah, I know they need to wear what those kind of diving. When you go
Even you
inside
wear
the
that,
water.
you may step on the knife or
Yeah,
stone or
of
sharp
course, of
thing, you will
course.
cut your leg. So you have to
Or
wear
the
the
tree or
boots.
fall down.
Yeah, you have to wear the boots because you want to make sure you don't walk in the. But at the same time, the boots is cannot compare with the water level, so the water will go inside your foot no matter what. And then the clothes you wear, like raincoat and everything, no matter how much you tie, the water is still suck inside and it go inside your clothes inside and wet everywhere.
So
By the time you reach home,
it's already
you take out your raincoat,
it's a puddle.
it's another set of clothes is all wet. So that I'm serious. That's what I'm growing up with. We 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 think more about the cold and the warm
How
is
to
the
stay warm and
harder
cool,
for us because the
yeah.
clothes is not
And
dry.
food.
Yeah, food.
Mm.
Food, I think we get used to it. We'll not complain. Like just rice or basic.
So long as
But
you're
then
not
the
hungry.
rain and the cold and the wet is the what make us exhausted the most because it's every day.
Yes, for
Keep
months.
yourself warm.
Mm.
It's quite tough when the rain is not. I'm talking about not stop. It mean it can be rain for 10 days and not stop. Do you get it?
Yes, I get
So
it.
you can get it like few hours rain
It's
in
like
Singapore.
thunderstorm for 10 days.
Yeah, it just rain and rain
Morning
and
to
rain
night
and
and
rain and
morning to
rain.
night.
You don't even think of when the rain stops so you can go out because it's not stopped.
You just think about how long. But you know, humans are so interesting, right? If you grow up in the environment, you will feel like it's normal.
Oh, for me, Singapore
Yeah,
rain is nothing. This
in
for
your
us
yes, correct. In your
is a
brain,
joke.
in your brain, you will think that everybody else is like that. It's normal.
Yeah, it's
right?
normal, correct.
But then when you come out, you realize, hey, actually, it's not normal.
Not normal. Yeah.
It's not normal. You were staying in. Maybe that's part of the reason why people stay there because they have no access to what's going on outside. They think it's normal to be like that. They think it's normal.
The thing is, everywhere you go will be the same. Like already
Correct.
difficult here, go out should be more difficult.
Yes,
What's the point of living?
but then that's because there's lack of knowledge and education and understanding of what's going on outside. There's no access to outside information.
Yeah.
If they have, then they're like, oh,
But you
actually,
know,
there are
I
places
will
like
sound very crazy if you guys will hear this, but I think when my daughter growing up, I would love to go back to support other people who go through that.
that. Mm.
I think that's something that God made you experience it first. So you have an empathy and knowledge and experience so you can help other back. I don't
Mm.
know. It's weird inside me that I think that way.
Maybe.
When I was young, I would try my best to live. Because I'm like, oh my God, it rain every year. But now when the older am I, the more I'm like, maybe I can help other back with
Now
my
that you
back.
have, yeah,
So
I
like,
think that's what your power is for. I feel.
yeah,
Yeah. So that you can help other people who are less, who don't have as much power or as much resources.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to help the farmer there because, like you say, right, every year they face the same thing. They face the same problem. They just have rice with food on the table. Yes, you guys may say, yeah, but you don't have to solve that not problem for them. Maybe that's what they want. I agree. But at the same time, for me, it's like, well, but maybe the children
But
will want
want
to
a
learn
different life.
and learn properly so they can go back and help their parent as well. Who knows?
It's true. It's
Yeah.
like when I went to charity last time, I always think, why don't people just move out? Like the question I asked you, why don't people
Yeah.
move out?
But
And
after you
then
go charity with me,
I
you know
get it
why.
because it's how should I put it? It's like very old time where you really have no access to outside information. Think about it this way: if you grew up in Europe, you're used to this lifestyle, so
Yeah.
you think that everybody else's life is the same.
Yeah.
Then what happens is for
But
this
even
group
you
of
want to
people,
move out, you need people to bring you out.
no, they don't even know that there's the world. They don't even know that there's a world outside that's different. You
Yeah.
see, that's the whole point. There is no thing that, oh, if only I can move out, how should I get about doing it? Because they don't even know there's an out.
Yeah.
There's no out. They are just in a bubble all by themselves, and
Yeah.
there's no communication, no nothing. After I went for that trip, that it reminds me, oh, this is the reason why. Because we know, so we can compare. Oh, I can stay in Singapore, I can stay here, I can stay here. But to them, it's everything. This is everything they
Yeah.
know. They don't know anything else.
And you don't have technology, you don't touch.
There's no internet, there's no TV, there's
Yeah.
no electricity. You don't talk about internet. There's no
Yeah.
electricity even. And they pass the message is a motorbike. Go from house. It's really like
House to
old
house,
Singapore,
yes,
old
that's
Singapore.
right.
House to house. The village person, the village
Yeah,
head
they will use.
will go house to house and stop the motorbike and tell the news, and then go next house and tell the news like this. So imagine if you have a flood and anything before you can tell anybody you're gone already.
Yeah. I will tell you another very touchy story. I used that to teach my team just few days ago about the leadership skill, right? So this head of the village, remember the guy like head of village with me?
The nice
Just
one.
assume the
Yeah,
similar
yeah,
guy
yeah.
like that, right? He was find the weather is something changed. So he and 7 more guys go to the mountain and he see the crack from the land. Then he go back and he tell 115 member of that village that
you should go.
We need to move far from here, few kilometers. So
Okay.
just assume here is a lake of the mountain that he and his village live, 115 people, and they don't have internet. Yeah, no phone, no internet. They cannot connect with the world. But he, with his leadership, his mindset, he only 33, by the way. He's so young. He convinced all of them move from this to here.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Walking.
There's no other choice. What other
Exactly.
choice is there?
For walking for 5 kilometers.
With all their things.
Yeah, carry with their stuff and their children. And straight away, 2 days after that, the flash come. So when the flash come this side, the whole country thought that village is gone. They thought 115 people will die. But then when the army go to searching for them, and at the moment they reaching to that and they see a bunch of them to back book a temporary tent and food and water to survive. They just eat the vegetable and the mountain. They no internet, no phone, nothing. Even the police, the government, the army, and even the citizens, like people there cry with each other because they finally realized that as long as all these people survive, and all of them was pray him and say thanks to him because we
Because
talk
of
about
his
leadership
decision,
and
yeah.
it's a decision, yes, but at the same time, experience, and you're so young and you have so much courage to convince everybody move with you.
Yes, and sometimes
In a short period of time, because if he just stay back or people don't listen
or
to
he
him,
not decisive, people will die.
yeah, at that moment you don't have
Time.
you don't have time, you don't have you cannot reach
You
out
don't
for
have
help.
the luxury.
You cannot even reach the news to know is Yagi is coming. Do you
You
get it?
just look your eyes.
Correct.
You feel the wind because in the first place he went to look at the mountain because he
It
feel the
cracked.
change,
Yeah,
right,
he
in
feel
the
the
weather.
change in the weather.
That's why he went to see. If not, he will just stay there and
Yeah.
everybody will just drag
Yeah.
together.
So I think that's what Typhoon make people is. He's so later I'll show you his story. It's in Vietnamese, but I can show you how was the video look like after they go and find them.
There are so many such videos nowadays.
Yeah.
Like with all they started with sinkholes and now
Back
there's a
then you
typhoon.
only can hear story. Right now with
You can see
phone
videos
and camera and video.
And sometimes I see people take these videos. I'm like, you guys are kind of brave. Like if it's me, I will be running out of there because the Typhoon Yagi is not just Vietnam, it's Myanmar. I think Philippines also.
Yeah.
So it's just like
It's
everywhere.
the army person video when he walked and he finally found the village, and they so released because they thought when they go and they found that village and it all covered by mud and
So the
slush.
villagers went back to sea lah. Did they? Did they even
No,
know that
no,
their
it's the
village is
army
gone?
go there
Yeah,
to
I know.
search anyone survive, and because they see the flash cover the whole village
So they
in
thought
their head,
it's gone.
that's it. Everybody die.
But okay, so did the villagers actually go back to see their
They don't.
village?
They don't even move anywhere. They just there to wait for help.
Oh, wait for help.
So the guy know enough to go where to wait for help. That's it. But they just there to wait for help.
Okay.
Because where can you go? You
I
move
thought,
5 kilometers
like,
because
some
you
people
have.
were curious. They want to like go back and see whether their village is okay or not. You know,
Yeah,
like,
no,
out of
they didn't.
curiosity.
Yeah, they were not. Of course, I think they go around to find food and take care of old people and kids.
Yeah.
111, 115 people. It's a lot.
I would say at least half will be old kids.
Oh, and kid, yes.
Yeah, at least half. Because judging from what I saw when I visited the village,
Yes,
right?
it's like that. It's similar like that. Yeah.
That means able-bodied people, maybe less than half.
Yeah,
Less
I think
than
young
50%.
people who continue to the mountain to find a way is not
20%
difficult.
or 30%.
Yeah, but if you go
Old people and
when the
kids.
whole village is with old people and young kids, then yeah.
And also your belongings.
Yes.
You will carry your belongings with you. Oh my god, 5 kilometers.
Well, it's a lot of
In
very
the
sad
mountain,
story
it's not that by the road.
Yeah, it's a lot of sad story. Even people sleep in the house and a flash come and the whole family gone.
That's why sometimes I feel like if it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah.
You
Also
cannot
the
really-
location you born, where you belong,
That's
where
true.
you give birth to.
Alright, I'm so glad I continue to stay in Singapore. Singapore's lovely. I love Singapore very much. It's clean and nice. I just went to our neighboring country. I will not name names. It's so terrible. The airport is terrible. There is no organized nothing. Everything was terrible. I was like, oh, I feel it, and it's not as terrible as some other countries yet. So I realized, oh, I am privileged because Singapore airport is so fast, right? It's like, and you're done, right? But then I'm like, oh my goodness, everything is so slow. I don't know where to go. There's no proper signage, and I'm like, wow. And I'm like, okay, this is when I realized I'm privileged because I stay in lovely Singapore, so I'm used to a certain level of efficiency. So when I go to somewhere, actually not too bad, to be frank, but I feel like, oh, it's very bad. Then I'm like, oh, there's a reason why Singapore airport is number one.
Ah,
There's a great reason. This place I went to, okay,
I
this,
allowed to tell my girlfriend that she's spoiled
yeah, I'm spoiled.
because I have one more there.
But I
also.
know I am spoiled. I know I'm spoiled, and I am like, oh yes, I'm spoiled. But so I don't go around like being entitled. Like I deserve this. Nobody deserves anything. Okay, I'm just grateful that I'm here. And it's the, I don't know. It makes me my brain go zzz because the
Maybe I need to bring Denise to go another charity trip with me again.
no, but
Do you
my
still
mind,
want to go?
I can go,
Okay.
but because my mind,
I thought after
my
one time
mind,
she was scared, but no, she okay.
My
good.
mind when I go to charity is different because I expect to be dirty. I expect
Maybe
to
I
be
should ask that
uncomfortable.
girl. I say, Eva,
Yeah, I expect
Eva,
to do work.
after you go do charity with mommy, you want to go again?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it? Okay, that's great.
No, actually, in our hearts we are good. So when we do something good, we feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? No, the
You
mic
want-
cannot hear what you're saying.
Yeah, the mic didn't hear what you say. Do
need
you want to
repeat
join?
yourself.
You want
I
to?
can just stay behind it if you need me.
Stay behind where?
No,
I can
I'm
stay
saying. I
behind
say
you
if you
and
want,
you
if
still
next
need-
time I go
Can
charity
I just
again,
sit here?
you want to join
Can I
with
just
me
sit here?
again?
Can I
Can
sit here?
you
Say
want?
hi to the
You want
audience,
to-
please.
You want to
Okay,
join me
hello.
again
Uh-huh.
next time?
Shall we go together?
What
Eva?
is the most
Okay.
memory for you when you go do charity with
The
mommy?
camera cannot see your face, Eva.
Helping. Now, where do I sit?
Which helping? The one that you give a present for all
Yeah,
the
yeah, you
friends?
stand here.
And can I sit?
Yeah, stand.
Yeah. Which one? The one that you give present for all the
How
friends?
did you help
Uh,
that made you good memories? If you
oh,
cannot stop
that,
looking,
I don't know.
if you cannot stop looking at yourself in the mirror, in the camera, then you should you should.
Did she remember
Technically, I
memory
don't
or no?
She remember, but she's too busy looking at herself in the screen.
Oh, okay. Then you
I
can
know
go
her.
and-
I know her situation.
So which one do you remember in the trip? What's the memory you remember in the trip?
Don't tell me 完美 I
Yes.
promise you. But she only remember 完美 lah. And
But
I'm
she
like
go to the
me.
school or the kid on the mountain.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is not
also
highlight
that.
for her. The highlight is the 完美 and the motorbike ride.
Nah.
Nah.
Because we have to walk and carry gift in because it's far from the road.
Like what we did lah.
Yeah.
But not,
Yeah, what
also
you
so
just said.
bad. Okay, yeah,
Giving
dismissed.
gifts.
Okay.
Giving gift, you
Okay.
enjoy that? Okay, that's
Okay, yeah,
good.
dismissed. Thanks.
Okay, thanks,
for your
Eva.
contribution.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I think you try to memory back. How was that? Because too much
Mhm.
information, I guess.
I don't know. I think she was busy looking at something in the screen. I know because I have that issue also. So it's after much years of training. I tell myself.
Like you love to see yourself.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god. Okay, anyway, so okay, yeah. So yes, I would love to go back because I think my mindset is different when this time around was a holiday.
Yeah.
So the mindset is different. But if I go to do, I tell myself is I expect it to be muddy, to be uncomfortable, to be sweaty, to be dirty, to be
Oh, don't worry. The next time I will bring you there.
yeah. So it's expected like I'm there to do work.
Yeah.
So then the
We
mindset is
will, we
different.
will.
But if it's holiday, no different. I'm like, oh my god, holiday. Why is this such making my life so difficult? It's supposed to be a holiday, right? And anyway, I will not complain. But anyway, the airport layout doesn't make sense to me. The exit comes before the baggage claim, so I don't understand how that works. But anyway, yeah. So yes, I guess this is it for today's episode. It's good that for me personally, I felt that I got to learn firsthand about somebody who stays in a typhoon area. 6 months of the year, half of the time they're dealing with the typhoon and its aftermath. And also before that, you need preparation, right? Because rain is coming, you I don't know, do your window or whatever.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, and then after that, there's a cleanup. So yes, it's great that I got to hear from Anne, who is a typhoon girl. I mean, she grew up
Grow
in
up with it.
Yeah, so it's normal for her, and it's a great eye opener for me. I think. Yeah, just
Any time that you want to experience
No,
that in
thank
life,
you.
let me know.
no. I was going to say, do not bring me to do charity when it's typhoon time. Thank you. So then, yeah. So yes, that's the answer to your question.
Okay. I will
One day
only
maybe
pray
I
you
feel
on
brave
Tuesday.
enough, I'll go.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe on all our social media channels. And we will see you guys at the next one.
I am Amanda Spice.
And I'm Denise tonight.